Mkhulu, who are you?
Thokozane, I am Mkhulu Lesedi. Twastego Mbandeng Amajoy. Mkumkumezana to be exact. Yeah.
Okay, so Mkhulu, king is part of it. King Moya, uMoya. How does one know Hana Moya?
Well, like everything in the spiritual world, one has to follow his or her dreams, Ditoro tsa sporofeto, specifically mostly motho tla lora skolo, which is a school, o tla lora uniform, because ko sporofeto ke uniform. Fela jaga ko skolong, when there's different types of uniforms for different schools, different grades, le ko sporofeto it's just like that. There's a school, there's the uniform, which is the peka, the jazzy, and koskolong you use different instruments. Just like kosporofitong, you have different instruments. You have diwasho, you have lere, you have the bidane, baba bariki senyepa. I think senyepa Lesotho, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you'll know kaditoro tsa metsi, like go the book of Genesis. Moya wa modimo tsamaya hodimo ha metsi, so you'll have ditoro tsa metsi, and then ditoro tsa skolo, and when it reaches that stage where now you have to like uphethe, you will dream maybe bo badimba kwa lona, bo Mkhulu wa ntate mogolo ba itlhagisa ko wena ba pere dipheka tseo or dijase tseo or baopela sefela and things like that, different things like that. And then like every calling, it will come to different people in different ways, and a lot of people, they find sport of it all boring, a lot of people, this whole church thing, they're like, I could try kerekeng for 3 days, it's just not me, understand? And a lot of people struggle to understand how can ke lore dilo tsa sporofeto and then ke lore matsela a dingaka and whatnot. It means I have to pick and choose, whereas that is not the case. You don't have to pick and choose. You have to understand the link between sporofeto le bo Sangoma, understand, as some people may call it. The link is basically sporofeto is those are your angels, your guardian angels, you understand, and then which is something that is different from idlos, you understand, which is like a spirit that literally just possesses your body, you understand, in a good way. So as Rona Batu, as like Africans, what was happening is we Bongaka couldn't be practiced, So Bongaka being restricted in many ways because of its power and its control that it had over Africans. So the powers that be, they decided that they need to eliminate Bongaka, you understand, because that's where people went to for everything. Abantu bakula, abantu bathoka advice, never ya go dingakeng. So now that they couldn't practice, like in broad daylight, it had to be done in another way. They had to hide it with what some call Christianity. So that's where you get moto elengaka, but then anale saparo se eleng gore se na le sefapano and stuff like that, Ke the way sidimo sa hae se itlhaisang ka teng ho yena motho o ntlhaloganya. So motho o, it's a we kra olora motho eleng gore during the day he was just a normal person or acting like a normal person, but then bosigo they would go and meet wherever they meet so that they could heal people and do their practices. That's why most of the lots of sporofeto are done at night, and some people think it's for some medieval reason and stuff, but that's not. It's only because of they couldn't practice it. They were literally being hunted down and killed for practice bongaka, And that's where all the secrecy is in terms of difaga, difaga di meaning and everything. It's not just anybody who knows what they mean and so forth,
Is there any significance to the colors, like for in terms of Dipega, Dipitane? What do the colors of Porofeta mean?
Okay, the colors of Porofeta, basically like in anything abongaka, it's something that is controlled largely by linyoloila, You can meet somebody oring ene olorile bamotsenya pitane e blue abare it's because of I was sick, whatever, or I had a car accident and I was paralyzed from the waist down and whatnot. But then wena o bolora gore tshentse apare pitane e blue ga o lo sebetsa batho ko metsing. So it's mainly something that is controlled by lenyeloi, you understand? And that is a huge problem that a lot of people are facing right now, where people want to create like a curriculum for bongaka, you understand? Okay, I'm tolerate this, it means that, and that's it. It becomes very problematic because batho ba tsamaya ba thwase or ba phethe, and then after that they still sick, and then wa tsamaya gape o lo batlisisa, and then e nna taba tsa gore no go tswang go teng ba go ropile and whatnot, whereas it's not a case of gore ba go ropile. It's just that you were misunderstood, understand? People want to take nkaring sporofeto sa bone and use it as a blanket for everybody or everybody understand? Whereas when motho atla are olorile into eso, you should go back go lenyelong la hao, we phahlele, we rapedise, and get the answers as to why motho o atshentse apare pitane eo, understand? There are pitane tse leng gore they are made specifically for motho sa khona go nna le bana, understand? O motho e leng gore o thola di miscarriage, and then lenyolo ila molaela gore itse keng etsa pitane eso atle ko wena re itse ke lo rileng khona ka re ke tse pitane so le so, and then wena e be o feel gore like no, this person aga se njwetse because I know more than him or her, and a pitane eo asia that purpose. That purpose ke color eso, and then o beletsa motho that thing, and then still o kry miscarriages. And such things get on today. There's a lot of people that lose courage and hope and trust moding again, I understand, because re batla go iketsetsa the way ro rana ratang ka teng, whereas we have gore re laelwe, we have to be guided by that spirit, that particular spirit, you understand? Because it is literally impossible that your healer knows what happened to you 10 years back, you understand? It's a meeting of spirits, you understand? Your spirit that has been with you since you were born is telling that particular person what is happening or what happened to you, why you're having these miscarriages, what needs to be done, you understand? So it's just a matter of just listening to your dreams, you understand?
And candles, do candle colors mean anything? Are there specific prayer times as well? When does a person pray? Are there specific candles they use? Like the conversation around candles and prayer.
Yes, candles and prayer. Candles, in the spiritual world, candles are like, those are your weapons, you understand? Those are your security guards. Those are your tracking systems, you understand? You'll have your candles, and then while you're praying, and then the candle is making a certain sound, understand? Sometimes when you're praying for something, you understand, maybe you're praying for a certain job, or you're praying for a healing, or you're praying for answers, and then how do I light a keresia thing? Like I light a team, you understand? I mean, you are in a controlled environment, or windows are closed. There is no reason why that match should be going off, understand? Or why light that it all has to do with your spirit, understand? It all has to do with listening to your spirit. If your spirit light one candle, and then when you feel like even light 4, it will be better, it will be stronger, it will be more. It doesn't work that way, understand? And prayer times, like 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. in the morning is very important in the spiritual world. It's like there's a portal of some sort that's open at that time. That is when a lot of spiritual battles, spiritual fights are happening. And that is why when you're going through your initiation, 3 a.m., you have to be awake. You have to be awake, you have to be alert, because that is when those spiritual battles are happening, you understand? And praying, when you're praying, it's like you're talking to your spirit in a way. You're talking to your spirit. Fela jaka modimo a re o re bopile ka setshwantsho sa hae, wa understand? So we share that spirit eo. So you're talking to your spirit, you are telling it what you want, and your spirit gives you feedback. While you're praying, while you are praying, so you don't need those colors at that time. While you're praying, understand? After you say a particular thing, maybe you like warapela, and then you tell your spirit that you feel like maybe at a certain place you're not wanted, and then that get say yes, you're not wanted go plekeng eo. Ga o ntso rapela ke re se gago e tswa dikeledi, tears, understand? Means your spirit salla sellela something, understand, that particular thing. Sometimes what it's adi kere se o tsamaye yo kometsing, o fitla ko metsing kere se tsa go di robegile tsotlhe because of o laetse gore o tse kere se e tshweu o lo rapela ko metsing. Then when you decide that ke tlo tsa blue because ke tlhole bona mama ka rapela ka blue, ke tse red because there's a friend of mine and o rata o berekisa red, and then what's up blue le red a o fitla kwale di robegile. You understand? So it all boils down to listening to lenyeloi la. There's no prescribed method of doing dilo, you understand? Gona le dikerese tse leng gore o ikopela kganya ka tsone, which is yellow, understand? O ikopela kganya ka tsone. Gona le dikerese tse leng gore some people use it for go ikopela prosperity and good financial wealth or health. They use purple, you understand? Gona le white go eleng gore motho o kopa clarity, you understand, as to the things that are happening in your life at a specific time.
Please talk to me about the conversation between how badimo ba kopana le Morena Jesu, like the Tona Hodimo. How does our Ngoma world meet with religion?
The Ngoma world and religion, yeah, that is a very difficult one. That topic is the kind of topic that creates a lot of enemies. Okay, Jesu Christ, when he came in to the world, understand, he did say he's not coming to change dilo tsa rona, understand, he's coming to add on to it, understand. And then you find situations where when people were sick, and then Jesu Christ himself, according to the Bible, Jesu Christ himself was able to identify, okay, this person is possessed by evil spirits. And then he was able to expel those evil spirits, you understand. Now, as motho eleng hore o ngaka and whatever, if you were to read that scripture, okay, so basically motho, in a way, it's like exorcism. So in a way, na femba motho, understand. And rona, according to our knowledge, how femba oberekisa the spirit ya mondao, understand. And then there were instances where akopana le motho eleng hore ke sefofu a tsa seretse a motshasa mo matlhong, and then motho a ba bona, understand. Ke bongaka ntho eo, understand. Lo rona dingaka re khona go laelwa gore e ya go metsing ulo tsa seretse and wetse certain things ka yone o fodise motho ka yone, understand. So at the end of the day ke bongaka ntho eleng gore e etsagetse, you understand. The whole controversy when it comes to Jesus, a lot of people will attack you the thing ya gore, but why wasn't he conceived in a normal way and so forth? Okay, well, if you have to go, like, firstly we have to stop reading parts of the Bible that we only like, and we have to stop reading parts of the Bible that only make us look holy, and the ones they make us feel uncomfortable, we just skip them. We have to go back to the beginning. We have to go back to Adam le ever, you know. And we have to really scrutinize that passage about the apple and whatever, and we have to be grown-ups about it. There is no way that Adam and Eve ate an apple, and then after they ate an apple, there were kids that came from the apple. It is no way. That serpent, it came there, ya bua le Eva, ke moya o mobe, understand? Which is something it exists, which is something it bua with everybody, which is something it possess anybody at any time. You find batho ba ileng gore ba thwasisa batho, and then ba robala le mathwasana, they doing very bad things to mathwasana. Motho e leng gore if lose a certain client, they start doing very bad things to that client, understand? Ke moya o mobe o ileng gore wa tsena mo mothong, understand? So it's a thing that you have to go back ko yone gore the temple of a woman itself, the temple of a woman, ibile a tsenwa ke moya o mobe, don't understand? Because of intercourse, and then that intercourse gave irfile batho ba itu, which is Cain le Abel. One was good, one was evil. If Jesus was conceived like everyone else, then automatically he would be born out of sin, right? Which is why they say you need to be born again, you need to be baptized and whatever, because that is the original thing, the original sin, being born. So he had to come in a different way, understand? So that akgone go phetha dilo tsa tshentsa di phethe. Remember, Jesus was just a prophet of his time. Understand? He was just a prophet of his time who came to address a certain issue of that time that needed to be addressed. And we all know the main thing that got him killed was greed, which was an issue of that time. Understand? Moses came before him. Moses came to address a different issue. Jesus came after, he came to address a different issue. And then you have the Prophet Muhammad who came and addressed a different issue thereafter. Today you have other prophets, by Lengkore, they are being born, by Lengkore, they are being woke, by Lengkore, Batsamaya, Balotwas, and then Tense Bapete, understand? And just like your prophets and your prophets in the Bible, till today, but Lengkore Tense Balotwas, Tense Balo Peta, Tense Balo Pete, Badilotabone, they traveled till Lengkore Yatlaga, till Lengkore Ibuima. It is not straightforward, you understand? O ka starta your journey unale 10 of your family members and 10 of your friends, but then how fetsa journey ya gago, you have none of your friends with you and none of your family members, or just one of your family members and 5 of your friends, you understand? It's tsela e leng gore it is very personal. It's tsela e leng gore you cannot direct it when you are not the director of this path. I understand? Especially tsela ya seporofeto, it is very, very misunderstood. It is something eleng gore batho, especially bacha, they don't really like it in a way, you know. The young people just, you know, mokete o monate, you know, manjomane a monate, dikupu and all that, it's all fun, you understand? Whereas go kerekeng, it's a little bit more serious, you understand? It's a little bit more intense, you understand? In terms of dilo tsa sporofeto, you know, and a lot of people ba ba bonang ba sporofeto ba ileng gore we look up to, ke batho ba ileng gore it's old people. So we also feel gore, you know, I'll wait until nna ke fitla at that certain age, understand? Whereas ga o sa phethele moya wa hao, it's like you're killing yourself. Ga o bolaya moya wa hao, le ba bang ba ileng gore tshentse tsela ya bone e kopane le ya hao, tshentse ba phethelwe kwena, or tshentse ditsela tsa lona di fetane at one point or another, wa ba bolaya le bone at the end of the day, understand? That is why o kry le gore some people motho anne for 20 years a itse gore o gifted and everything, and then after the 20 years mo ileng gore wa phetha mo teng a fetsa go phetha, things start happening so quickly, understand? O kraya dilo tse leng gore tshentsa di etse batho ba no tshentsa ba phethele, bana ba leng gore tshentsa ba thwasele ba thwasitse, you know, everything just happens so quickly because you're part of a link. you're part of spirit sa gago le yone is needed in the spiritual world to achieve purpose it needs to come full circle, understand? So if your link is not there, dilo diaema in a way.
Laula Nkosi yenyane so Laula Nkosi yemi